Hey, welcome there. We're going to be doing the first of 5 cars from the Hot Rod DLC for Car Mechanic Sim 2021 for my YouTube series. Uh, Welcome everybody, and looks like we've got um, looks like a Smith and Parker Eliminator. These are all Smith and Parker vehicles in the pack. Like I said, I think we're gonna have fun with these. You see, it's a very different design from most of the stuff we've worked on. Paid for about 20 grand for this. Probably overpaid a little bit, but hey, it ain't about making profit off the initial buy. It's about restoring it and seeing how well we do after. So, excuse me. So, first things first, move this over. We want to fix up the frame. And just like that, we took care of a lot of visuals on this car. Oh, almost. I'm gonna grab stuff we can. You are missing a door, aren't you? You are. A side mirror, windshield, right side mirror. Okay. So we're getting the missing stuff that's already... Yeah, we're grabbing everything we can. That time of year, sinuses are like a big problem. Let's fix up the stuff we pulled off. I have no idea what kind of paint job or liveries we can do with this, so we are going to find out. Alright. Get the rest on order. There we go. Body work. We should have just the Eliminator. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm picking the right car. Alright, let's take a peek here. Front left door. You. Left side mirror. Brand new windshield. For all that's gonna do. And right mirror. Let's pop it back into assembly mode. We'll just start slapping stuff on. Pop me out of assembly mode, thank you. Body's at 63. Must be still missing parts somewhere. Probably these, I would imagine. We got all the doors. Oh. Missing the taillights. Of course, the license plates, too. Or at least license plate. Doesn't look like there's a front one. We'll do that one in due time here. So, right side mirror. Rid of that. Trunk left taillight. Trunk right taillight. So, I'm going to add... Since we have both of those on there already, we'll get rid of that. Oh. We didn't put something on. Right, because it kicked us out of assembly mode. Alright. Back to the body shop. This is going to be a learning process here, by the way. Just like I said, these cars are a significant departure from most of the vehicles that we fix up on this game. So, we're going to be learning it live. Well, sort of. Learning it on the spot. How about that? Tail lights on. I may try to do a fancy paint job on this. We might do subdued. I don't know. We'll see how things go. I'm not digging the yellow that's on there right now. Okay, custom plate. Okay, we're just going to buy one custom plate. Alright, accept, buy part. Thank you. Put that on. And there goes the body and the frame. That's literally it. There's no shroud or anything for this because it's part of the... I'm guessing it's probably part of the aesthetic. Well, that is an interesting place to stick the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and replace that since it's underneath the seat. Oh, the fuse box is here too. Since they're both in the same spot, we might just go ahead and grab them. Just do this special since it's underneath the seat. Sell parts. Over to electronics. Sells a fresh battery. Box base B. Cover B. And we need one type C. Type A relays. Type B. Type A. Type C. Two type B fuses. I get a good angle on this. Bit tricky. There we go. That's even better. Hell, I don't. Did I not mark that before I... Huh. Thought I marked everything, but I go thinking again. Weird. Okay. I'm gonna go to disassembly, and there's only that. Everything else appears to be missing. So we're just gonna go ahead and mark that. That. Please not take me out of assembly mode. Weird that it kept bouncing me out like that. Okay. On to the interior shop. Ooh, fancy leather. Very nice. I love that fake wood grain. Of course, this was back in the day when, like, the rail thin, steering wheels were the thing to have. Because, I miss those old cars where the power steering was so good on them that you could turn the wheel with like one finger. I had a car like that. That was like my first car ever. Was an '82 also built Delta '88. It drove like a tank, but you could turn the wheel with one finger. I mean, and just gently turn it. Not like this. This the modern cars have like a comparatively much more like stiffer response than the steering wheel. I mean, it's not like super stiff or anything, but it's different. It's very different. Let's see. That little engine doesn't look like it's in that bad a shape. We're still going to tear it apart, though, because that's kind of the MO for this. Let's take a look. All right, so we're already 100% for 3 out of the 4 categories. Now, probably going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get the engine out. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with one of the cats here. He's getting a little angry today. Okay, so we have that. We're probably going to want to drain it because I don't think that's going to be in a good enough shape to keep. First thing again, if it's not 100%, we're tearing it out anyway. That's going to need to get drained. That'll need to get drained. And this most likely, yeah, going to need to get drained. Might as well start with the coolant. Drain tool. And power steering. Right. I don't know why I thought that would work. I got no program to do stuff here. Now, I am seeing a distinct lack of washer fluid reservoir, which is kind of obvious given that there's no wiper blades on the fucking thing. So, we could safely skip that, although we need to get this up in the air to get the oil out. Because I did it dumb. I was just so used to just clicking on things in the engine compartment to drain them, and haven't had my caffeine today yet. Oh, that exhaust is tucked in there. Alright, let's get you over to Bay 1. The oil's kind of grungy. That back. I'm gonna need to grab the exhaust parts off of the engine, if I can get a good enough angle. There we go. That we're gonna need to get the drive shaft off. We're going to do the prep, but I want to get this over to paint before we tear the engine out. Mainly because I want to see how this thing looks after we get it a fresh paint job. Okay, so that should be all we have to do. We got the exhaust away from the engine. Well, disconnected from the engine, I should say. Gearbox is off, along with the starter and drive shaft. So, and all the fluids have been drained, so we should be good to go. Let's move you, get you over to paint. That's not where I thought I put you. Need to go to paint. I accidentally clicked parking. Whoops. Alright. Hey, that's actually looking pretty nice on there. Let's see. Oh, dude. Dude. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, let's take a look at the rest, but I'm digging that one. Yeah, the blue flame doesn't look bad. That one's literally just empty. That actually doesn't look bad, but I think I'm going to go with the typical flames. Ooh. Okay, we want to go Hot Wheels, sure. Blue flames. I think we're going to stick with that one. Yeah. That's going to look real nice, especially when we go get pictures later. Alright, Bay 1. Thank you. Alright, so we should be all set to pull the engine. We got some radically different sized tires. You couldn't screw up the tire sizes if you wanted to with this, because look at this. I mean, they're not even the same diameter, I don't think. Let alone the same proportions. Anyway. Alright. Bay 1, thank you. Let's get that little beastie out of there. Pop this thing on the engine stand. As you can see, it's looks like it's mostly complete. Not in the best of shape, but definitely not the worst we've worked on. Alright. Check our parts inventory. We get rid of that, 'cause we're gonna replace those with performance parts, so there's no sense keeping them. I almost forgot to fix these up. Those are... Nope, we don't want to do orders just yet. Yeah, everything's kosher there. Let's start tearing the motor down. We'll just work our way down from the top. Like usual. Like I said, we're going to cram as much performance parts as we can. I don't know what the base numbers are. I didn't look at the horsepower numbers before starting this. But, you know, we'll see them soon enough when we go do the engine dyno. Like I said, she is remarkably parts complete. For looking as rough as it does. This is going to hopefully help things when we go to do the suspension stuff, because it should be just a straight up repair and replace deal without having to order too many brand new parts. Now, obviously the same thing can't be said for the others. I mean, you saw them as a preview in a earlier episode, but yeah, some of these they're going to be it'll work. I need a lot of DW4 with this stuff, aka legally distinct, not WD-40. On you, man, this game could be like one big, huge advertisement for WD-40 if they would just allow the game to use the actual name of the product, which you can't help but notice what it is. I mean, anybody who's been around cars at all or worked on lawnmowers or pretty much anything with an engine has used WD-40 or something similar, or has seen someone use it at least. Oh, you man, they're losing out on a potential marketing opportunity. Maybe in the next game, who knows? Alright, let's get this arm off. With the intake manifold. Nice big old valley there, and it's going to be full of push rods, so we're going to take all those out. Come on out. There you go. Come on. Get out there. Alright. Come on. No, you want to. Come on out. Okay, now that head can come off. Right, let's do the other side. And the last one. The last of these spark plugs out. Now the head should come right off. Make sure we ain't got anything else. Like everything. This will all pan off. Start working on the pistons. I guess we could get that camshaft out. There we go. Next pair of rod caps. And bearing cap. Go. Alright, the rest of these pistons out. Oh, got the oil filter. There we go. Wait. Nice and easy. So we're just gonna fix up the crankshaft and engine block, and the rest of this is going to get sold. Alright. There. There we go. All shiny and new. Okay, you want to sort by condition. And then we're going to sell everything that's not 100%. Boom. Right. So we need to make our order list. To do that, we're going to go into assembly mode and start marking things. Camshaft. 8 pistons with conrod. 3 crankshaft bearing caps. Oil filter. Power steering pump. I think that's going to be it for round 1. Let's go order stuff. Get the performance parts first. So we get our flywheel, fuel filter, camshaft. Give us a nice little 1.5% increase. Very nice. 8 pistons with conrod. Give us about 8% and some change. Power steering pump. The rest of this is standard parts, which we need to go over there anyway because we need piston rings. There we go. 3 bearing caps and an oil filter. All right, we need... Wait, what? We get ourselves in trouble. Yes, we did. I think I know why. I assumed incorrectly which piston rings we needed. We need a different kind of ring. The next one over. Narf. What you get for assuming everything's standard parts. So you always gotta look closely. Future reference there, when you hold your mouse over it, it'll tell you the engine type. And it'll give you a tip off of which piston ring to use. Easy fix. Yep, just a minor hiccup there. Most of the other vehicles I've worked on up until now use the standard piston ring, so I naively assumed that those would work. And they didn't. I had to go get different ones. Okay, so that should be everything. It is. We'll get the next round of parts. Clutch plate. 8 rod caps. Cam gear. Head A and head B. Okay. It for round 2. Up here, get ourselves our clutch plate. engine head A and engine head B. Rest of these are normal parts. Cam gear. Go ahead and put these in. Actually, get the clutch plate and then we'll do the rest of this. Okay. Cam gear. Get the head installation done here on each side. Okay, so we're gonna have a bunch more to order here. Clutch pressure plate, oil pan, timing chain, exhaust manifold, intake. There, the other intake manifold, or exhaust manifold, excuse me. The arm. We're going to need 16 push rods. Okay, so that's all going to go in the next round. And let's knock off the performance parts first. So get rid of the pressure plate. Timing chain is standard, oil pan standard, manifolds are performance. We're going to need 2 of those. The arm is standard, spark plugs are performance. Push rods are standard. Okay, so let's go back over here. Grab that. That. Hang on. Intake manifold. Forgot about that. I almost bought the wrong one. There we go. Got in a hurry. We'll get that little bracket arm. And 16 push rods. 2 for each cylinder. Right. Get the exhaust manifold on there. Do the spark plugs. Very good. Get the intake manifold put on. Alright, so let's get the other side put together. Do the same for it. Do the spark plugs. Get the push rods installed. Come on. There you go. We got the bracket too. Almost forgot that. Okay, that should be it, and it is. So we get timing cover, alternator. We're gonna need 16 rocker arms. Carburetor A, carburetor B, distributor. Come on, get over there. Alright. I think that's everything for this round. Alright, let's go buy some stuff. Carburetor A. Carburetor B. Thank you. Distributor A. Alternator. The rest of this should be standard parts. And we're going to need 16 rocker arms. Again, 2 for each cylinder, just like the push rods. And a clutch release bearing. Get that release bearing on there first. There we go. Get the rest of this stuff here on top, and then we'll get the other stuff installed. We'll go ahead and do the rocker arms. Guess we don't have to do the adjustments. This game doesn't have quite that. It's got some tuning you can do for the drag racing stuff, but we're not going to be drag racing, at least not for a good while. I don't even know if it's going to be part of this series or not, but hey, it's there if we want to explore it later. I might have to play with it off camera for a little bit before I decide to do any recordings. Let's get that alternator on there. And timing cover. We've got the water pump and the pulley. Cover B, cover A, and filter base. And of course, that's hidden underneath there. So let's go here. Don't we have any? Oh yeah, the rotor is definitely a performance part. Filter base is standard, so are the head covers. Yeah. Goes the water pump and the pulley. Okay, so we'll just switch back over. Get all this stuff out of the way. Right. And let's get that pulley on. These brand new shiny head covers on. And got distributor. What else? Anything? Nope. Okay. Let's do our next parts list here. Getting pretty close. Alright. So, now the distributor part is a performance one, so we'll mark that. And the filter too. It's a 1%, but you know, every little bit counts. Water pump pulley has not a performance part. That is standard. Alright. Cap on. Okay. Get those parts ordered for the next step there. That's going to get ordered. What else? Go ahead and put that belt on, looks like. Alright. Get some parts ordered here. Oh yeah, the ignition wires are definitely a performance part. I want those. Okay, the rest of this looks like standard issue. There. Okay, filter cover. And a belt. Before we get the wires put on, we're going to get these clips installed. There we go. That's all wired up and ready to go. Like we're going to need another belt. And a radiator fan. I think that's everything. Not seeing any other, grayed or shadowed parts. I think we're good. Isn't that pretty? So much nicer than when it, was put on there. All right, let's get this dropped back in there. All the engine. Everything's green across the board. No missing parts. Get rid of this thing. Thank you. Oh man, this thing's looking pretty nice. Let's see. Let's get you. I'm gonna get you up in the air because I want to do the exhaust and then do the fuel system or the fuel tank basically, and then we're going to make sure we get everything that's missing, if anything, in the engine compartment. Fill all the fluids, and then we'll do the suspension front and back. But yeah, we got a big part of this done just now. Get the fuel tank and the fuel pump out. We're going to mark them both and then merely just delete them because we don't want to use the stock parts. Assembly mode. Pump. I want to back clear out, but okay. Fuel tank. Alright, she's got a fuel system now. First off, that gearbox put back on. Put them down here. Starter on, and the drive shaft we'll save for after we do the suspension work. So front exhaust section, middle mufflers, and rear mufflers. So let's get these off there. Okay. Now, go ahead and go to the performance shop. I'm going to buy all new stuff. All right. Back in assembly mode. Anything else here? Yep. It's good. We're getting there. Alright, so engine. Missing anything here? No, so we're gonna have to start tearing stuff out, which is fine. That. Radiator out. See how much of this we can fix up. Who was it that wasn't? Okay, you're not a fixable item, so we'll need a new one of those. And do that. We're just gonna go to the standard parts shop. Get us a brand spanking new reservoir. Helps if I don't get in a hurry there. Assembly mode. That back in. That back in. That back in. Like I said, I'm not seeing any other grayed out parts here, so I think we're okay to start putting fluids back in. And let's get the oil next. And get the power steering. Alright, I think that's everything here in terms of the fluids and all the components too, because I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything else that's missing. So I think we're okay. Take a look at the numbers so far. 77% overall parts quality. Oh man, we're already making a pretty tidy profit off this thing. That's a good sign. We still have the suspension to do, so we're going to get to that. Well, actually, we're going to get to... Let's do the tires first. Oh, these rims are in rough shape. we may have to buy new ones, which, again, if we have to, that's fine. Not the end of the world. In fact, let's go ahead and get this, since we're going to be doing the suspension anyway, might as well get it the rest of the way up in the air. Okay, remember what I said earlier about these being different rim sizes? I was apparently wrong. I was right on the proportion thing, but not on the size. Of the, or the diameter of the rims, rather. They're all 20s, it's just they're using much thicker tires, or much fatter tires on the back. I was half right. Kind of. Alright, let's see how many of these rims we can save. Nice, we were able to save them all. The tires, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna go ahead and order some new shoes for this thing. Go over to the tire shop. And they're both vintage tire wall A's, but they're vastly different numbers here. Let's do this one's first. 145.65. 145.65. Make sure. 145.65 R12. 5 R12. Okay, so that takes care of both front tires. That leaves us just the 275 tire to get next. Again, same one, just 275.65. Okay. Hopefully that's right. 275.65 R16s. 275.16s. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, we need to assemble, not disassemble. All right. Get these balanced real quick and then we'll move on. Shit, that one was easy. Okay, that's everybody. Okay. It's gonna be easy to tell which ones to put where, so we'll go ahead and just start tearing into the suspension. Like I said, we'll fix what we can, replace what we can't. It's typically how we work with this. Yeah, let's get the other side taken apart. Come on, focus. Go. A lot of this stuff is coming back in decent enough shape. I think we might be able to actually fix a good amount of this. Now, obviously, the bushings are not going to get fixed. Same with like brake pads and whatnot, but we should be pretty darn close on this one. Alright, that's everything off the back end. Kind of going into focus mode here. I want to be able to repair as many of these as possible. Doing good so far. That seemed like most of them. Let's take a look here. That's going to be a very short shopping list. That's good. Very good. That is actually a really good result there. Okay, before we do that, let's buy the missing parts. Don't need the tires anymore. You need the shock caps, 2 of them. 2 shock absorbers. Couple of brake drums, which make handy dandy musical instruments, by the way, in case you're ever in a jazz band. Learned that from personal experience many years ago. Rubber bushings, got those, rear springs. And that could be it for our shopping list. Assembly mode, put that on. Get rid of that drive shaft. And why not? Let's start with this side for a change. Yep. going together smoothly. I don't know why it wouldn't, but, you know. Okay, we're going to put one of the fat bastards on here, so... Yeah, that's what we want. 275s. We want the bigger... Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we're getting the correct one on there. Looks like we did. Assembly mode, please. Thank you. Start slapping this one together. Alrighty. Get the brake drum and the rest of this thrown on there. This is the other 275. Yeah, okay. Could be it, except for the front tires. Yep. Awesome. Now, I get to do the same to the front suspension. Hopefully we'll get just as lucky with it and be able to fix most of it up without having to buy new. Not only does it bring the cost down, but makes our shopping list a lot shorter too, which cuts down on that hunting and pecking through the menus. Oh, we gotta get the... Man, this doesn't even have the cross member on the front. That's nice. That's gonna help simplify things a little bit. Alright, get you guys apart over here. There we go. Yeah, for as rough looking as it was, it's actually, like I said, relatively parts complete, which does actually help a little bit. For the reasons that we just saw. Now, the others we're not going to be so lucky because there's one literally just sitting right outside that is up on blocks because it has no tires whatsoever. So, we got lucky this round, but the others not so much. Oh, all three are oh, dude. Ew, all three are rusted on this one. Right. That's everything off of here. Get those assemblies torn apart. We're getting close to the end on this one. Right, there we go. Yeah, there's quite a few that we didn't have, or we weren't able to repair, so this one's going to be a little bit longer, but not too bad. all the old parts out of the way. Okay, let's get all new stuff here. Our hubcaps. A couple of brake pads. A couple of bearings. 8 rubber bushings, because we don't have the cross member this time. Two shock caps. Pair of inner tie rods. Couple of outer tie rods. Front springs, please. Thank you. 2 vented brake discs. Couple of end links. Give me a sway bar, thank you very much. And 2 shock absorbers. Right. Get these assemblies put together and then we'll start putting everything back together. Right. Go ahead and do this side first. We're already over here. That in there. Good. Bearing right here. Put the cap on. Get the brakes installed. Oh, you need your tie rod. I was like, why aren't the... There we go. Knew I was forgetting something. Just about done with the major assembly on this car. Almost there. Looking good. Wow. Okay. So yeah, we hit our goal. 100% on everything. Yay. Got her all painted and spiffy and not bad at all. Not bad. And a kind of sneak peek there, so yeah. Anyway, get you over to the alignment rack. Dude, that looks so cool. And the other one. And that's done. All right. Now we get to the fun part. Off to the dyno room. Alright, so 254 horsepower from the factory, 296 pound-feet of torque. That's our starting point. Let's see where she ends up. I like the sound of that engine. Not bad. 441 horsepower and 494 pound-feet of torque. About a 74% gain on horsepower and 67% on torque. Not too shabby. Alright, let's stick her outside. We want to get some screenshots before we do the speed track. That one's going to be the thumbnail for the video. This one's just for me. Alright, I'm going to do a quick run on the speed track, see how fast this thing can go. Then we'll sell it. We'll move on. Alright, is everybody ready? Okay, we're at 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. Get a little squirrely. 170. That's actually pretty respectable for that size of engine on something like this. Not bad at all. Faster than I thought it was going to go. Let's put it that way. Okay, so again, let's look at the final numbers. So we bought it for just a smidge over 20 grand. Profit of about 50,500, so for a total of 70,644, which again, not bad. Considering, you know, the condition bonus, the parts values, which you can see there, altogether, I'd say this one turned out pretty darn well. Go ahead and sell it so we can make some of our money back. And let's move some vehicles around before we wrap things up here. So we got a different Smith & Parker. Arizona Kid, that's going to be the next one. Then we've got Smith & Parker Outlaw, which, as you can see, is the one I was talking about that has absolutely no wheels on it right now. We'll have to do a little bit of extra work for that, but the body looks like it's mostly there. And for this, we're going to do the Roadster after that. That's going to go there. Get that next in line. I'll pull another one from the list here. In fact, we might just go ahead and do that on camera. How about that? It's not a secret what we've got. Although you will get a peek of, future episodic content. Old Daddy T. Alright, move to garage. And I think I just remembered what that one reference was from the previous video. Remember I said I couldn't figure out what that one... I don't know if I mentioned this then or if it was on the stream. Where I didn't know what this one reference was. And that somebody left a comment on one of I think it was the Volvo clone. He's like, you forgot Old Daddy T. And I'm like, oh wait, what? Oh, now it makes sense. Because when I was talking about the list of vehicles, apparently I forgot that one. So, but yeah, we'll be getting to that one soon enough. But yeah, that's going to be our near future here. We did the first one, and now you see the rest of it, because after that it's going to be Pagani, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Land Rover, and then Mercedes after that. So we've got ourselves quite a lineup here in terms of future content. And with that, I'm going to turn you guys loose. Appreciate you for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want. You'll get alerts for future updates to the channel. Again, it's entirely optional. The main thing is that you're here watching this. And with that, I will see you in the next video.